pressing at the screen to keep it alive. Okay. So if you understand, all people be listening to the same, maybe 19 to 23 songs. All people listen to the same songs, but notice how they're all party songs. Okay. So if you're stupid and you have fried your absolute shit to your mind, you might be from the happy hardcore era, but then when you hear happy hardcore era songs, oh my gosh, it makes you lock in so good. Or you're like, okay, right, you do have to hold the phone and continue to tap it because I always 70 it. Okay. Alright, but basically, if you think about it, once you become more older, more different, well, okay, but also your life just sometimes reaches a point where you genuinely have to realize that you just must have to, at once, at this very moment in your life, you have to stop being so gosh darn stupid, okay? Right? You have to cut it out. You're not allowed no more. You can't do it. It's like false. It's no longer available as an option what you're allowed to do anymore. Because you just have to understand. Just have to understand that you just can't be as reckless and ridiculous and just so absolutely, oh my gosh, what were you doing type moments that you had when you were way younger. You know what I mean? The sparking fire of being so young and feeling so alive and listening to these songs as you're engaging in such unruly activities, whatever they might be, to the point that whatever song you have actually sticks to what you were doing and how you were feeling. As in a song you listened to while you were doing or taking something, or just having a certain moment, or just talking to someone in particular, or being around someone, or touching that certain someone, or, you get this sort of idea. But hearing that song could remind you of so many things, and it can give you the strength to do what you must do for your life, because then you listen back on the songs, and it just takes you back. But then you remember, hey, I also engaged in recklessness for so long, recklessness and big antisocial for so long. It's not very good. So the songs also can remind you of things where you're just like, oh, why was I doing this? But then the song also reminds you. That's almost as if people from the happy hardcore era have absolutely probably permanently hurt and fried their brain. Maybe some certain people on this planet are currently unable to listen to certain nightcore, daycore tracks without having a TRIP flashback, which is crazy, which is absolutely diabolical. I can't even lie. But at the same time, wow. Yeah, you're probably permanently fried your entire life. Or if you listen to a song with someone every day, like the song DOKTOR, and then it was the Nightcore edition as well. You listen to that song so often, every day, all the time when you are engaging in a certain activity. Oh my gosh, it reminds you of that every time. Every time, to a point, you can't hear it anymore. You can't hear it anymore. It's like, I've had enough of hearing this song. Because it's just so horrible. Yeah, because that's a nice song. Hey, mate, thanks for showing me that song. I think I'm gonna listen to it until I despise it. But songs can also help you live together. Because you always remember. Do you remember? You remember times you had. That's like people from the happy hardcore generation. Or there needs to be genuine healing from the absolute boogie down jam skaters from the cool and the gang generation. But I think happy hardcore generation needs it the most. Or better yet, rave and deep house generation. I know rave and deep house generation have blown their knees to pieces. Because they would just be so up late at night dancing in random warehouses or whatever. And they would run out of moves because it was like 7 a.m, so they would just jump around. Why were they doing that? What was the cause of that? Why did you destroy your knees because that track was on? Okay, but sometimes though, you can't be held accountable for what you do on the dance floor whenever you hear a certain song. No matter how long it's been. Because once you hear your song, it's like, alright, I have claimed it. Even if you're low-key old and your song is low-key old and you probably are never going to hear it. Like if someone plays, you know what I mean? Someone plays your song, but it's been a while. They not going to know. No one's going to know about it. Because they'll be like, oh, you're niche. No. Who's niche? I just remember when this was a popular song. I just remember when these were popular. It was like, hey, this is today's hits. No, it not. It not today's hit. But it do be big old. It do be big old. Which era do you guys think is the most... What era of music do you think is the most happy? Or is probably the best? Dance floor generation? Jam skate boogie generation? What could be else? Raver generation? High speed, dreamy like trance generation? Ooh, the high-speed technical trance generation for Y2K that didn't last that long. Or late 2000s happy hardcore, which led into nightcore and daycore. I feel like daycore generation, best generation. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think is probably best generation? And what do you think will replace daycore as like the new groovy generation? Or is just daycore the final evolution? Is it the grooviest groove to ever been grooved on?